Okay, Nathan, I'm going to go up to the smaller limb right above me and remove that one. And then what I'll have you do is I'll have you send up the timber hitch. There's a timber hitch rope in there with that steel carabiner on it. I'll have you send that up, and then you'll need to get that blue rope organized because I'm going to set that too, okay? Okay. Alright, put my sender on so I can just use it and move up. I gotta take my flip line off and get it around this other limb on the back side. Remember guys, I have a lowering rope. What, bro? No, just the Stille carabiner. Okay. So I'm gonna get flipped into this guy right here. It's always nice to be, you know, flipped in and tied in. Okay, so for something like this, you guys, when you don't have anything else, you can set another carabiner. You can still do it. All you need to do, put one here, okay? And then you put one here, all right? You got to keep them separated. You don't want them touching together. It doesn't make any sense if, you know, they're touching together. I'm going to take my lowering line. I got one I'm going to lower you, Nathan, and then you can just set, you know, that Stille carabiner on that rope, and then one end of the blue rope, okay? But just give me a second. I'm gonna do this. So you got to go in here, here, and then back here. You see that? That creates that. Look at that. Stretch it out a little bit more so they don't touch. Okay, you see that? That's what helps you right there, that gnarly bend right there. All right? And what happens is this rope's going to fall right beside here and feed. So what I need to do is I need to create a loop so I can get a cut. Okay, I'm going to make a cut. Okay, see what it's done here? See that? See how it keeps them separated? It's probably getting pretty close to calling it quits, huh? Okay. We'll get this stuff set up and then we'll button up everything and get out of here. So what I'll do is, since we got to get going, I'm just going to leave my rope tied off up here for tomorrow. Okay, day 2 on the big white oak we're taking out. Just going to go ahead and cut a stub off, right, Nathan? The big Stille carabiner and that strap right there on the grass. Just stay right there for 1 second because I'm going to chuck this piece down and then we'll tie that on. Alright, go for it, Nathan. Okay, I'm going to move up here because I'm going to set up a line guide Okay, thanks. I'm gonna set up a line guide so we can use it to piece this big limb out right here. So I want to go up a little higher. The reason I'm doing that is because when this line runs on that limb, it's going to get support from this. There isn't going to be a lot of strain on that limb because there's a lot of weight on that limb, and that's what we want to stay away from, is shocking that limb really hard. Because there could be a bad spot in that limb, and that abrupt shock on that could cause that whole thing to snap off. So you got to take every precaution that you can. Okay, that's good. I like that. So he's got my line guide here on, and what I can do is I can use this for the rest of the tree also. Just want to try to keep everything nice and clean. Trim these guys off on the back here. That handsaw is your third hand. This, you never climb without a handsaw. Okay, go right here with it. It's a 10,000-pound bull rope, and it is a 25,000-pound carabiner. Okay, Nathan, go ahead and tie on the blue lowering line too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is do I have a locking one? Yeah, we'll just use this one. This one would be good. Gotta put one of these on the end of my blue rope. So I just tie just a bowline. I've always used just a bowline, and I just keep an eye on it, you know, as you can. If you can try to remember, put a little knot in the end in case you get any slippage. Okay, alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through this guideline right here, and then I'm going to put the clasp on, and then I'll put this on the middle here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down there and start working this whole limb out. And just constantly double check your gear as you're going, as you're moving. Okay, I'm going to drop down nice and easy, feeding the Gregory with my hand. Got my hand in the rope. Okay, thing looks good. Looking up there, see if my rope's on a stub where it's going to pop off and scare the crap out of me. Alright, just dropping down. See that? See how it popped? That gave me a little butt clincher. Alright, the rope's in a good spot right there. Okay. I'm going to lower it down to you, not with the blue rope yet. I'm going to use the green rope. Just stow my rope on the back side of me. Think about it. If you don't do this, you're going to be working a lot more dealing with your rope tangle down there on the ground, all in brush and stuff, and as you're lowering limbs, your line could get entangled with the lowering limb that you're sending down to your buddy. So stowing your rope is key. Alright. Put my sender back on because I want to be able to pull up. Alright. I know this limb is nothing, so that just makes me go up. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set a tag line. I'm just going to cut this one right here. Let it free fall. Just a small limb. Alright, I reach up here, cut these out of your way. You got to be able to see. Okay, then I'm just going to choke her like this. Put it in there, put that there. Okay, I can just handsaw this and then make my final cut with the chainsaw, cut that stub off. Okay, here you go, Nathan. Just a small one. Pull it nice and easy because it's on my hand. Alright, I'm going to cut a stub off. Move up and get this bigger one for you. Stubby coming off. Okay, moving on up. See, it's nice where my line is because I can just walk right up, just keep my hooks in the tree, checking my gear, leaning all the way back on this. Only thing I got to be aware of is that rope might pop off that limb and slide, and that'll make me fall a little bit, so I got to be careful here. So I'm going to go vertical on this limb, and as my rope collects, I'm going to have to add to it on the back side of me. It's still okay right now. Little piece coming off here. Cleaning all this out of my way. Okay. Set up for this big limb. Push up a little bit more. See how it's on that little tiny stub? I gotta be careful because if it pops off, it's gonna slide and it's gonna jolt me really hard. It'll scare the crap out of me. That's what it's gonna do. Okay, remember what I said about the limbs, the way the limbs are lined up, how they're growing. So I got a limb right above this one. So I already know if I set two or three tag lines, I'll be able to handle this weight just through experience. So there's one, okay? Then we'll put this through this nice open crotch, reach out with the handsaw and grab that. Okay. All right. Now let's say you wanted to take this whole limb. Let's say you felt confident that you could steer this thing and get it off over here. Well, the problem with that is since this limb has been growing like this with all this weight imposed on it, the fibers in this limb are going to be very strong, meaning you better cut fast if you want it to go, because if you don't get through, that thing is going to hang up and it's going to flip back and it's going to cause a lot of crap to happen. So you do not want that. Alright, so I know I got to set one up here You guys are thinking, well, why don't you just set it on your other lowering line and let the guy on the ground carry it? Well, it's going to be easier for him and me, because all he's going to have to do is pull that back and I can just keep going. I don't have to wait for him to pull the rope up to me. I can pull the rope up to myself. Alright, so there's that beautiful new tagline I made. Alright, and then you just want to create a system here. Alright, I'll just go around here like this. Okay, set a choker and then run it right here. So now I've got three. Alright, so what I'm going to do is loosen that up. I gotta make an undercut, Nathan. Yeah, no problem. And as I remove limbs, as I go up, this limb just gets even stronger and stronger. So that gives you safety and more safety. Okay, see how these are already set up here? Watch what I do. Thanks, Nathan. See how he doesn't have to deal with pulling the rope up to me and all that? See how I just took that off there? Watch where I go with it. I'm gonna go right over to here like this. Okay? Snap on, come over here, go through here, go through here. I'm ready to go, dude. I got 3 things of friction. Now, if I was worried about it, what I can do is I could come up here with this like this, and then I can just go like this if I was worried about it. All right, see that? So now we got 4. It's just a no-brainer. I'll make my cut right in here, tilt the saw sideways, and put it right in there. Give it a whirl. Oh yeah, we should tie that thing on and throw it from up here, Nathan. Yeah. Just put it on my lowering line when I drop this next limb to you, okay? We'll give it a good whirl. See how far we can get it to glide. This tree's laid out nice. It's laid out really nice. Yep. I'm gonna get out there as far as I can so I don't shock load this limb really hard, but I'm already taking several 100 pounds off. Okay, Nathan, I'm gonna lower one down to you, okay? Here we go. See that? I can just let it feed itself. Look at that. See how beautiful that is? That's probably a 70, 80 pound limb right there, maybe more. How much do you think that thing weighs? Like what, 60, 70 pounds? What? That limb, how much do you think it weighs? I was thinking too, maybe 100. So undo here. All right, put that little glider on when you get ready. See, I'm already looking at those other limbs up there. I can do exactly what I did here with it. Cool. It'll be okay. Okay. I gotta wait for him anyways, so let's see how. Oh yeah. Why not? we go. A little adjustment, make sure that thing's alright. Oh, we looking good. Alright. You ready, Nathan? Yeah. Oh no, it's oh well. We tried to have fun.